Hi guys, it's Alicia and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to almost have a reminder of being kinder to yourself. We always talk about being kinder to others, and this time I wanted to talk about being kinder to yourself. I feel like, even to be honest, even in my life, I probably am the most harshest to myself. So I wanted to kind of navigate through that, and yeah, I hope I can help you guys through this too. So this is how it goes. There's two domains that I was thinking in at moments which you can be nice to yourself, at a moment where things are going well, at a moment when things are not going so well. So when things are going well, I believe that we should be nice to ourselves and kind to ourselves at that moment by being more apparent and vocalizing our achievements to ourselves. I think that we as humans have a tendency of downplaying our achievements, and we probably only keep it for a short frame of mind in our heads because we tend to remember the negatives more than the positives. So yeah, I think naturally we do that as humans, and I feel like hence we should be much more kinder to ourselves. We should be much more encouraging to ourselves during that time. And whenever things are not going so well, I think that we should provide ourselves encouraging words than a negative dialogue that you're not capable or you're not good enough and things like that. I've done that even in my own life, to be honest, where I've questioned my capability in things, whether it's even YouTube being so tech orientated, and tech's not my strength clearly in life. So I've questioned through this, but even right now I'm here. So yeah, that's the result. So I believe that we should be much more encouraging to ourselves. We should almost give a step-by-step encouragement and a way of thinking that this is okay, this is what we've done well, and we can work towards this, and we can navigate towards this and adjust by doing this thing this way or that way. And I just feel like we don't normally do that as humans because we feel like providing adjustment is a question on capability. But it's not a question on capability, but rather a question on what makes a process much more enjoyable, calming, and much more liberating and freeing through each moment of time, where you don't feel trapped in doing something that you're not comfortable in doing or something that is hard in doing, but you feel free, and you feel free enough to feel good about doing whatever it is that you're doing. And you can do this through, like, for example, music, providing comforting music. And like, even I have a struggle, like for example, like my case, like I find it very hard to delete things out of my phone, and my phone clogs up and things like that. I have a difficult process through it, and I always put it off. But we can think of it this way: if I try to provide comforting music through it all, that I enjoy the process, and I can think about, this can show me a lot of memories or a lot of stories, or see where I've grown through this all. And it's about like providing yourself that right narrative, that comforting element. Then you can do something that is hard for you, but you can't do it because you're nice to yourself. There is that saying and that view that if you want to do something, then you have to be the most uncomfortable at it, and you're pushing yourself. There's this grit, like grit like that. But I don't think that there needs to be such a grit through it all. I think that we can be comforted through doing something uncomfortable. Like for example, if you're doing something uncomfortable, I think that you should be much more like happy in terms of you're doing something out into the unknown. And instead of giving yourself comfort, why is it that we give ourselves negative dialogues, or we give ourselves that questioning frame of mind, when you can just give yourself love, encouragement, and applause, like almost that you're doing something that is hard for you, but you're doing it and you should be proud of yourself. And I think that we just need to put that hat on, that when there's little kids, and like if kids hear good things, then, and if kids are comforted through something, then they feel good doing that and expressing and taking whatever actions they need to take. But when there is almost that struggle and there's that negative connotation, if an adult was mean to a child, then that child would be so fearful of doing something and expressing themselves, and would question themselves throughout, even if they did get to the point where they do express themselves. I think that we think that like only kids need that kind of encouragement, but I feel like even adults need that more than ever, to be honest. And if there is a way that we can provide ourselves less stress, more comfort, more ease through life, and we can push ourselves doing things that are uncomfortable much more by providing ourselves comfort through each step of the way, why wouldn't we not do that? So that's my view of doing things that are uncomfortable and being nice to yourself through that. And it's almost like we just can be really encouraging to ourselves through each step of the way and adjust accordingly. Like it's not just adjustment in terms of you're not capable, that's why you're adjusting. You're adjusting to your needs and tailoring to your needs, because that's the best way for you to grow as a human. So yeah, I want to leave you guys with that thought. And yeah, just remember to be nice to yourself at all moments, because that's a way that your self-esteem goes up and you feel good about yourself. And I feel like in this day and age, we are struggling with self-esteem a lot more than we did in the past. And I believe that we can be the ones that can give ourselves that self-esteem boost at each point of time, because we live in our minds the most. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, that is. And yeah, see you guys soon.